Welcome to Planet Microcap. I'm your host, Robert Kraft, and joining me today is James Saperstein. He is the chairman and CEO of First Wave Biopharma. It's a publicly traded company. The symbol is FWBI on NASDAQ. And First Wave Biopharma will be presenting at our upcoming investor conference, the Planet Microcap Showcase Vegas, happening April 30 through May 2nd, 2024 at the Paris Hotel and Casino in Las Vegas. For more information, to see James present, meet with him one-on-one potentially, please visit our website and register to attend at planetmicrocapshowcase.com. And with that, James, thank you so much for joining me today. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. It's great to have you. So this is actually our first time doing an interview covering First Wave Biopharma. So can you start us off with a quick overview and history of the company?
Sure. So First Wave used to be called AzurRx. Some people may remember it that way. It was founded in 2014. I got here in October of 2019. So I've been here almost 5 years. So we renamed ourselves after we acquired a smaller company and a product called niclosamide. We renamed ourselves First Wave Biopharma. So we're a gastroenterology company. We actually have 4 assets. The one compound we acquired, niclosamide, we're actually out licensing right now. But the exciting news is we just licensed in or acquired a company actually called Immunogenics, and we're merging the company. And we acquired a product called Lataglutenase. Lataglutenase is almost ready for phase 3. It's about to go into phase 3 early next year. And it is for celiac disease. For those of you who don't know what celiac disease is, we can get into that explanation a little later, but it's pretty prevalent, and people are on gluten-free diets, and there's really no drugs available for celiac disease. We would be the first. We're way ahead of everybody else in the clinic. The second asset we have is Capicerod, which we licensed in last year from Sanofi. It is an older product, was being studied for Alzheimer's disease for a lot of years, but Sanofi changed direction. They did an artificial intelligence process and discovered that it can be used in a couple of gastrointestinal indications. One of them is gastroparesis, and that's what we're going to study it. And the third asset is Adrulipase, which has been the lead asset for First Wave for years, which is a pancreatic enzyme for pancreatic enzyme insufficiencies, and we're in the middle of phase 2 for that.
Very good. So you actually hit on my next question a little bit, which had to do, with where your various target indications are at in the clinic. So two-part question here. One, what would you say makes First Wave Biopharma's strategy as a company unique and different compared to some other of your peers out there? And then also, I'm sure this is probably the first question that you get asked every time that you go into a one-on-one or anything like that. Cash position, being able to fund all these trials. So love to hear your thoughts on both of those.
Yeah, so what makes us unique is that Adrulipase, for instance, is an enzyme. It's a biological. And Lataglutenase, which we just acquired, is also a biological and an enzyme. So we already have a pretty strong track record in formulation development and making those products better and more profitable, quite frankly. And we are a pure GI company. There really aren't a lot out there, especially with multiple shots on goal. Most GI companies have one shot on goal. But there are several who don't. So we're lucky enough to do that. I could say, moving forward to the other part of the question, why are we so confident we'll be able to fund this? Well, I've been saying in public, I just haven't announced the company, but we do have a strategic partner that's going to come in and give us double-digit millions towards Lataglutenase. And part of it is to get licensing of the product just in the US and North America, which means Europe and everything else, the rest of the world is still open. I can go out and make another deal there. And we're actually putting a round of money around that non-dilutive funding from the strategic. So we're confident we'll be able to get the capital to pay for all these trials and get that capital fairly soon. Very cool.
Well, James, I want to keep this as a short, quick hitter here. So I'm going to do another two-parter with you. I've actually interviewed you in the past, with it, when the company was known as AzureRx, but for those that may not have seen that interview, can you give us a quick little background from yourself? And then also from what you can tell us, what would you say are some of the company's 2024 value catalysts moving forward?
Yeah, so my background, I've been in this business for 40 years, 17 years in large pharma. Lilly, Roche, Bristol Myers Squibb. My last role at Bristol Myers Squibb, I was the head of international infectious diseases at that time. Then I went to a company no one had ever heard of at the time called Gilead. I wanted to go small. So I was in charge of their tenofovir, their flagship product launch, and also helping in to bring the deal for Truvada, Triangle. I was recruited out, moved back to the East Coast to Boston, where I headed up Serono's metabolic and endocrinology division, basically the US reporting into the CEO. We had some gastroenterology programs as well. And so that was probably my second exposure. I've been part of 23 drug launches and led 6 of them globally. So I know the space fairly well. After that is when I got into venture capital. I started my first company with Domain called Tobira Therapeutics. We eventually sold that for almost a gastro indication, NASH. We sold it to Allergan for $1.7 billion. I did 2 other smaller companies after that. One of them I had an exit with, one of them I did not. So I've had 2 exits. And then took some time off and joined AzarRx. So this is where we are. We believe really strongly that we're able to commercialize this product, latiglutenase. I've now have 19, 20 years experience in clinical development, with another 20, 21 years experience in commercial development. So I think I'm the right leader at this point to bring a product like this to commercialization and partnering with a strategic partner. Yeah, getting the financing is never easy. It's something that we've spent a lot of time trying to keep the company going in the right direction, but we're very proud of the products that we have, and they have a lot of promise.
Absolutely. So with that, where can our audience go and find more information on First Wave Biopharma?
Well, we have our website. We just merged, so we're trying to change all those. You'll start seeing new faces on there. But and we have publications. You can look us up. Go to any Yahoo Finance. Our publications are on there as well. You can find out more about our products. For instance, latiglutenase has 2 abstracts that are being presented at DDW, which is the largest GI meeting coming up in June in Washington, D.C. So there is a lot of interest. We have 3 assets in phase 2 or above, late phase 2.
So James, with that, thank you so much for joining me today. Really do appreciate it. Good luck. Stay safe. I look forward to seeing you in Vegas.
I hope to see all of you in Vegas too.
Thank you.